When emotions are running high and everything feels complicated, sometimes all it takes is a good cup of coffee and someone to talk to. I've been holding back a lot of feelings, and it's time to let them out with you. The silence between us has been deafening, and I've been trying to make sense of everything. But now, over coffee, I think I can finally open up. Let's share this moment together, and maybe, just maybe, I'll find the words I've been searching for. There's so much I've been keeping inside, so many emotions tangled up in my thoughts. But there's something about sharing a quiet cup of coffee that makes it easier to speak the truth, to finally let go of the things I've been hiding. My heart is full of so many things I need to say, but the words have been difficult to find. Perhaps over coffee, in the stillness of this moment, I can finally tell you what's been weighing on me, and maybe you'll understand. I've been lost in my thoughts, overwhelmed by everything I've been feeling. But meeting you here, with a cup of coffee, feels like the perfect way to finally speak up, to let go of all the things I've been holding back. There's something about the calm of coffee and the company of a good friend that invites honesty. I've been thinking deeply, and now I have something to say. Let's sit together and let the conversation flow. Life is full of moments that challenge our emotions, but sharing those moments with someone can make all the difference. I've been carrying these thoughts for too long, and now I need to tell you everything, one cup of coffee at a time. The weight of my thoughts has been heavy, but there's something about the warmth of coffee and a quiet conversation that makes everything easier. I need to tell you something that's been on my mind for a while now. I've been navigating through my own maze of emotions, and it feels like every thought is leading me back to one thing. I need to talk to you. Let's meet over coffee and let the words flow the way they need to. There are days when the heart feels too full for words, and the mind is in constant motion, but I know that over coffee, everything will slow down, and I'll finally be able to share the feelings that have been building inside me. Coffee can be a simple thing, but it's the catalyst for the most important conversations. I've been waiting for the right moment to share my thoughts with you, and now feels like the perfect time. Have you ever found yourself at a crossroads, unsure of how to express what's inside? I've been feeling that way, but a cup of coffee and a heartfelt conversation with you might be exactly what I need to find my way. I've been carrying these feelings around, unsure of how to put them into words. But over coffee, with you by my side, I think I can finally speak my truth and maybe even discover something new about myself along the way. Sometimes we need a little help to articulate what's going on in our hearts. That's why I'm asking you to meet me for coffee, so I can finally tell you what's been weighing on my mind. In this fast paced world, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. But in the stillness of coffee and a quiet conversation, I feel like I can finally share what's been hidden away in my heart for so long. I have a story to tell, and it starts with a cup of coffee. There's so much I've been feeling, and now, with you, I think it's time to open up and share what's been on my mind. There are moments in life when words are difficult to find, when emotions are tangled up in our hearts. But I believe that with you, over coffee, we can find the right words to make sense of everything. What if the truth was just waiting for the right moment to be spoken? Maybe that moment is now, and maybe it starts with a cup of coffee and a conversation that's been long overdue. I've been sitting with my thoughts for a while now, trying to piece everything together. But I know that the best way to make sense of it all is with you over coffee, sharing everything that's been on my mind. We all have something we need to say, something that's been building up inside us. Maybe the best way to release it is with a cup of coffee, a deep breath, and a moment of honesty. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to open up, but over coffee with the right person, I feel like it's possible. Let me share what's been on my mind, and maybe we can both find the peace we've been seeking. There are feelings we keep inside, and sometimes it's difficult to know how to release them. But over coffee, I think I can finally let go of what I've been holding on to and share my truth with you. There's a quiet clarity that comes with coffee and reflection, and it's in this space that I finally feel ready to share everything that's been on my heart. There's something on my mind that's been lingering in the quiet spaces of my thoughts. Meet me for coffee and let's unravel the emotions we've both been keeping inside. Because sometimes the most powerful conversations begin with a simple cup of coffee. You know, sometimes all it takes is a warm cup in hand and a moment to breathe before the truth can slip out. I've been holding something back, something I need to share with you, and I can't wait for the chance to finally speak it aloud. The world moves so fast, and we often forget to pause. But today, right now, all I need is a cup of coffee and your company so that we can slow down, share our current feelings, and allow ourselves the space to truly listen to one another. If only the walls of our minds could speak as clearly as our hearts feel. I've been processing so many thoughts, and I need to tell you everything. Let's sit down with coffee and untangle the mess of emotions swirling in my head right now. Life's complicated and emotions can be overwhelming. But over a cup of coffee, I believe we can strip away the noise and focus on what's real, the raw, honest feelings that are waiting to be shared. waiting to be heard. Sometimes the simplest things, like the scent of coffee or the quiet of a morning, are the best triggers to open up. I have something on my heart that's been sitting there for too long, and I'm hoping that a conversation with you can bring clarity and peace to my mind. There's so much I want to say, so many thoughts spinning, yet every time I try, I get lost in the chaos. But there's something about meeting you over coffee that feels like the right moment to finally share what's been hidden in my heart. In this moment, my thoughts are tangled and my feelings are mixed. But I know that over a steaming cup of coffee, we can sit together, talk freely, and maybe find the answers we both need, one word at a time. I've been carrying these thoughts around for days, trying to make sense of them. But I believe that with you by my side, sharing a cup of coffee, I can finally tell you what's on my mind. It's time to let go of the silence. Coffee is a perfect companion when you need to open up about the things you're afraid to say. I have something important to share, and I think it's time I tell you before the weight of these thoughts becomes too much to carry alone. There's a kind of magic in the air when two people connect, especially over something as comforting as a warm cup of coffee. I have so many thoughts swirling around in my head, and I need to share them with you, to let them out into the open. Sometimes the heart speaks louder than words, but even the most powerful feelings need a voice. I've been bottling up so many emotions, and all I need is a moment with you over coffee to finally express what's been weighing on my soul. Have you ever had so many things on your mind that you just needed to share them with someone? A cup of coffee, the perfect setting, and you. That's all I need to finally let go of the thoughts that have been holding me back. It's strange how a simple beverage can create the perfect space for deep, meaningful conversations. I've been thinking a lot about what I need to say, and I feel like right now, with you and coffee, is the perfect time to finally share it all. I've been wrestling with my thoughts, caught in a whirlwind of feelings. But over a cup of coffee, I think I can finally say what's been in my heart. Sometimes, all it takes is a little time and a warm drink to feel like we can be honest. My mind is full, my heart is heavy, and there's something I need to tell you. Let's meet for coffee so I can finally take a moment to breathe, reflect, and let you in on the thoughts I've been carrying for far too long. There's so much I want to share, yet the words never seem to come out just right. But there's something about coffee and quiet moments that makes it easier to say what needs to be said. I need to tell you everything that's been on my mind. In the quiet moments between sips of coffee, we often find clarity. I've been holding back so much thoughts, emotions, feelings, but now I need to let it all out. Meeting you here in this space is exactly what I need to find the courage to speak my truth. There are things in life that can't be said without the right kind of moment. Today, I'm taking that moment with you over coffee to share what's been on my heart, what's been running through my mind, and what I've been too afraid to say until now. Coffee has a way of making everything feel more manageable, more grounded. And today, I need it, not just for warmth, but to give me the courage to open up and finally say what I've been too scared to tell you.